So it's right as I spoke about the GoPro being useless and often freezing. Can you guess what it did? Can you guys guess what the GoPro did? Guess. Can you guess what the GoPro did? I'm pretty sure you could guess what the GoPro did. Piece of shit. It had 58% battery too. Such a pile of junk. Yeah, if it goes out, the thing is, the GoPro process, you have to connect to Wi-Fi to connect to the GoPro's Wi-Fi network. We have to have Wi-Fi on, but then you have to turn Wi-Fi off after you connect to the GoPro in order to have turn on the tethering. But once you turn on the tethering, there's a 50-50 chance the GoPro will actually see that you've attached to the... There's a 50-50 chance the GoPro will actually acknowledge that you have tethered, your tethering as a Wi-Fi hotspot that you could use. Because sometimes it allows it, sometimes it doesn't. So you have to keep restarting it until it allows it. And that process takes time. So anytime it freezes, you're looking at probably like 10-20 minutes of restarting the GoPro to make it work. I dated somebody who worked in an office building 3 blocks that way a few years ago. She wound up, it's a very funny story. She didn't like the guy that she was dating. I fixed her MacBook. She brings me like 2 or 3 more MacBooks that aren't even hers, they belong to a friend as an excuse to talk to me. And after 2 weeks she goes back to the boyfriend because that she didn't like. 3.5 years later I get featured on TV news sometime in 2016. The morning after actually, I get a call at my office from her saying that she'd like to meet and talk and she regrets that we didn't look good. So right now we're looking for that place that looked like a bar that was on 4th Street. And this is it. This was it. This was the bar. Alright, so I forgot to take down its info, even though it's not perfect. A lot of you said I should take down this info. Let's take a look. So yeah, we've got that. This is pretty cool. We got the sticker, which means that they've probably changed the world because they put up the sticker. And we've got this. So let's take down all their info here. And we've got this over here, which could be useful for the actual bar. An actual bar. So let's take this info down here. Now, if this has a downstairs it's decent size, this may actually not be a bad location. If the basement is really small, then no. Okay. So let's go to take down the info at this place. So 144 West 4th Street. Restaurant, comma, bar looking kind of space, comma, kind of old and shitty, so may be affordable, period, has a basement, period. Right, we've got our notes. So now we're going to continue down wherever we were looking at before. Let's go on the street. Let's go around all these sucker cars. Look at all these suckers. That's a Spectrum building over there, folks. That's a fucking Spectrum building. That's a Spectrum building. That's the reason that my live streams to YouTube have had drop frames for the past 3 fucking years. Spectrum. 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 Do not turn your bike battery into a bomb. Do not turn your bike battery into a bomb. Do not turn your bike battery into a... $409 a month plus tax for this internet. Alright. Alright, let's go past the street. We're going to see if we get any more open spaces. There's a car behind me that's inching closer and closer to me. It's really important to be right next to me. Very important. Your bumper should definitely be touching the bike. Piece of shit. So, nothing here. Crunch Gym. Crunch is kind of like an adult daycare. It's to my left. They're more of an adult daycare than a gym. These cunts actually take money out of so there's personal trainers that work there. Now you get a commission if you're... I will let you jaywalk because you're a fossil. Without running you over a horn. But anyway, what they will do is if you have... Let's say you sold personal training sessions, you get a cut of that, but if you don't sell supplements, they take away the commissions from your personal training clients that you got from selling them on their own floor. Absolute fucking cunt business model. Yeah, I dumped that place at one time. Sound is low, speak louder. If I speak louder, I'm going to get arrested. If you would like the sound to be louder, what you can do is you can find a USB-C to 3.5mm audio dongle that works with the GoPro. So GoPro pulled an Apple. Not only will this GoPro only allow me to plug in a microphone if I use an proprietary dongle that costs $60, you can't buy it anywhere. It's out of stock on GoPro's own website. You can't buy this anywhere from where I find. So I would love to be able to plug my nice $300 Sennheiser microphone into this GoPro so you can hear me. But I can't, because it will only work with their dongle. I've tried other dongles, they don't work. And their dongle is not available. Let's see what we got to my left and to my right. No space, no space. No space, no space, no space, no spaces, no spaces. When we get to 8th Street, there'll be more spaces, but I'm probably gonna have to take a piss by then and have to call it a day. Dump the GoPro and get a Sony. Well, my questions there are twofold. A, can I live stream to YouTube from the Sony? Because Sony has an action cam that advertises live streaming, but it seems like it only goes to some IBM run or some other platform that nobody uses. So technically you can live stream, but you can only live stream to a platform that nobody uses, ever. And I also want to know if it has audio. Pigeon, I will run you down. At 15 miles an hour, of course. doing, dodo bird? No. So what we got here? Hey, retail space for lease. Oh, fuck that. Newmark Knight Frank. No, I would... should I? Nah, Newmark are guns. So one of the places I was working at had a lease for... from 1990... I think it was 1993 to 2008. And their lease... No, it was 1995 to 2008. And when it was time to renew their lease, they went from $17,000 to $37,000 on. So... I don't know how comfortable I feel renting a space from Newmark. They're one of the shittiest real estate companies in New York. Let's see. If the deal is good enough. If they're willing to give me a ridiculously good deal, because if you give me a 15-year lease, I don't really care. But actually, wait, this looks like an art space. It says for lease, but it's an art space. So I'm kind of confused as to what's going on. Let's take a look. So, space for artists, and there's a bunch of art on the inside of it. And it continues all the way back here. Damn, that's a lot of space. Well, but it says retail space for lease, which makes me wonder. Well, I shouldn't be wondering. Maybe the case here is that the artists could not pay their rent, and now the space is for lease. Sounds like something that artists would do. It's hard to make a living as an artist. So. Yeah, there's quite a bit of space in there. Yeah, this is a pretty nice space. I'll write it down, even though it's Newmark. And I'm no fan of Newmark, but we'll take it down. Okay, let's get this down. So what is the address of this place? Yeah, fuck it, I'll just say the corner. I can't see an address written down. So, the corner of Avenue A and East 4th Street. The sign said it was a non-profit art gallery. Well, the retail space for lease tells me that non-profit thing doesn't seem to be working out too well for you. So let's see if I can take it. Hey, if they want, they can hang the paintings in the store I put here. I'm not a total ass. Okay. 4th and A. 372 2467. Artist space, comma, has retail space for lease sign up, comma, caution, comma, Newmark Knight Frank. Okay. Go to the next. Someone said I knew people were going to point the two girls out. What happened? What did I miss? Did I miss something funny? My blinking lights also died. I have a blinking light on the front and the back. I only have my normal lights, not the blinkers. I like the blinkers because they make me more visible. My blinking thing is supposed to arrive on Tuesday. I'm excited for that. I like being visible. Come on, light, turn. Be like that The Doors song and turn. It is the season. Turn, turn, turn. To not walk in the white flame. Hey, baby. Okay, so let's see what we got in here. Bike kickstand. What's inside, man? Can't see a damn thing. I gotta stand on a chair or something. I need a ladder. What do we have in here? Looks like a little boutique restaurant. I can stand on this. Is this safe to stand on? I'm sure it's fine. I lost weight recently. Well, here goes nothing. Sure, YouTube. Sure, some YouTube healthcare will cover me when I die. Whoa. Yeah, I can't really see much from there. Alright, we'll write it down on the list, but it's probably not going to be an upgrade from what I have right now. I doubt this is an upgrade, but I see 2 basement entrances. The 2 basement entrances give me hope because that's means it's got probably a really large basement, and I could definitely use a really large basement unless it's a split, like some of it's for the tenants and some of it is for the residential tenants and some of it is for the commercial. Okay, so where is this? We are at 215 East 4th Street. 917 5010. Can't tell exact size, comma, may have big basement. Comma, for rent, comma, does not say there is a broker involved, exclamation point. Okay. Next. Lewis can't see any of this. Yeah, it's hard to. Yeah, I can't read chat while riding a bike. There's too many of you. You're talking way too fast. Remember, I never even got to finish 2nd and 3rd Street. I also kind of got to pee. Oh, go. This stream is going to have to be cut short because I have to use the bathroom. Too many people around to use the tree. rush. What do we got here? It doesn't look like any sort of store. Let's go to the east side and look through 2nd and 3rd Street that I missed. The 2nd and 3rd Street I couldn't get to. I mean, from the west side, not east side. From the west side. I couldn't really check out 2nd and 3rd Street from the west side. Get out the hood. That doesn't really matter. It's only, the thing is, well, I need to be in the area, but it's not the type of business where if I'm 2 blocks away, I'm not going to get anything anymore, kind of thing. Like where I was in Brooklyn, when I opened a store on, 13th Street and 3rd Avenue, that was shit. Because like literally 2 blocks away was all the business and I was gone. But that was also part of it, was I had a Manhattan location that everybody already knew about, so I needed the walk-by traffic. Here I'm not basing my business on walk-by traffic at all. I can't tell which one's a bike lane and which is a pedestrian lane with this absolute shit marking. Well, what are you gonna do? So it's not based like that. You know, if I close my first store and I'm 2 or 3 blocks west, it doesn't matter. I'm still gonna clean up all the business. But it would, and if the space was affordable, I'd be fine with it, but it doesn't look like that would be the case. It doesn't look like anything is open over there. I got 2 for rent signs to my left on Houston. So I'm gonna take a look at those and see what's going on with them. It says good for restaurant or bar. That's actually bad. I'm gonna ignore that, because good for restaurant or bar means we're going to rape you on the price of it. So it's good if you want to get raped on the price. So I'm gonna ignore the good for restaurant bar. Behind me before I cross the road, and here we go. So what do we have here? Can You Realty, John Yu. Oh, what's this? I could really use some elastic shit for my camera so that I could kind of get up under the gate and see what it looks like in there. If anybody wants better audio and you actually find a place that sells that USB-C adapter for the GoPro 7, I will get my Sennheiser MKE600 and use it on every stream. You know my store address if you want to send it. So we got the for rent sign. So is there any way to get up under here? Let's see what it looks like. Oh god, this is dirty. What a dirt. I feel like such a dirtbag for doing this. Yeah, it's not gonna, you can't see shit. So we're just gonna take down the info and go from there. Okay, so let's write this down. What address are we at here? This is 325 East Houston. The number is, okay, this 91400. Next. Keep it moving. Okay. This is legitimately a full-time job. Because for what I used to do is, I used to like walk halfway home, but I would go down every single block. It really did take me 6 months to find my current store. 6 months to find my current store. Business is hard. So, yeah, I don't want to get stuck on the east side. I wanted to look at 2nd and 3rd Street, west side. So let's see if I can get there. There's a psychic to my left. Dear God, we have space for psychics in New York and I can't find the fucking store. Astrology readings. People seriously believe in that shit. Do people seriously fucking believe in that shit? Let me see if I can get a picture of this. Look at that. Right next to the Payamatic Money Center. You can't see shit because of the fisheye camera. I don't know. Okay, it's 30, looks like 301 East Houston. Clairvoyant. Are you fucking kidding me? People seriously fall for this shit in 2019. Who the fuck believes this crap? Who the hell believes that a psychic can tell you anything? How the fuck are you paying your rent off of that many stupid people? Like, it just... You really believe that you can walk in there and somebody's just gonna tell you your future? Really? Winning lotto numbers, please. God. It's fucking frustrating. I could use that space. I'll do something better with it. Okay, what do we have here? Retail space available. Ripco Real Estate. Rip Company. What do we have? So this is a new building, which means they're probably going to try to raise you on the price. But let's see. Fucking psychic has a space that's better than mine. What do we got here? Eh? Some potential? That's the thing, are these combined? Do these combine, or is these separate spaces altogether? And also, what's behind that door over there? Because this shit is not, like, by itself, this is pathetic. Same space that I got now. This isn't that much. There's another one right next to it. Let's take a look at that and see what we get. You can buy the adapter from GoPro, it's in stock. Is it? If it is, I'll think about getting it as soon as I get back to the shop. I just gotta probably do the board fixes first and then that. So what do we have over here? There's more. Looks like a new building, a newish building. This is a new looking building. I'm kind of curious what's behind this stuff. Like, is this really it? Because what I'm mainly concerned about is what's behind that back wall. Do I get that space? Because this thing, you know, front is customer area, and then I go into that door and there's stuff that's cool. Also, keep in mind, this is the fisheye cam view in the GoPro. Everything's gonna look bigger to you, so it's gonna look as big to you as as the real estate sack of shit's gonna be lying about how big it is to me when you're looking through the fisheye camera. Everything looks bigger. Just like everything is advertised as bigger. Why are you dressed like an optical illusion? New York is funny. So let's... We'll write it down. The questions that I have to ask. The address of this place. 250 East Houston. It's usually called Houston, but in New York people call things Houston for some strange reason. Probably because people from Texas thought to themselves, we don't want to be associated with something in New York. You better not pronounce it the way we pronounce Houston. All right, 250. That's my best guess. 250 East Houston Street, comma, it looks like 1 or 2 stores are available, comma, ask if this is one space, comma, and if it is not one space, comma, ask how much space is behind the door that is visible, period. Someone said ask the psychic. Maybe I should. Psychic, what am I going to rent? Where will I be renting a year from now? Because why am I even looking for this shit when I could just ask the psychic? That's a great idea. Right. Over here, this is Avenue A. That was a nice mist. Why are you honking at people? You mean, bald rat. There's a bunch of glass on the road over here. I'm not going to test my luck more than I already have. Turning, or are you not turning? I should stay on Houston if my goal here is to make it to the west side. Actually, my goal right now is really just to make it to a bathroom. I gotta pee. So here's the thing. Before I go to the west side, I'm gonna take a piss. Hope you guys don't mind. I am going to have to take a piss. So I'm gonna stop at the store real quick, then come back here. Huh? Oh, thank you. I love your bike. What is this? You have a fly e-bike with a Pepe sticker on it. Yeah. This is awesome. Is that a Arrow 7?
Oh, it's an Arrow 9. Hey.
I got a question for you. Why does everybody cover it with tape over here? What is that for?
Take the paint and make it look shitty.
Make it look shitty so no one steals it. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm looking for a place. If you find one, let me know. You work delivery? Let me know. Yeah, you have my email. Lewis@rossmanngroup.com. Thank you. Good meeting you. That guy knows who I am. He was watching my stream. He has a rainbow Pepe bicycle. He has a fucking rainbow Pepe. He has a rainbow bike. That is awesome. Wow. He said I identify as a bus for the purpose of this. Now I don't identify as a bus. About to crash into the tour bus. You know? Time to cross over into this bus lane. I'm going to identify as a bus for a moment because I need to make a right to get into my store. I lost 20 pounds in the past 2 months, so I shouldn't be identifying as a bus. Home sweet shit, hold to my right. I gotta pee, BRB. Be right back. When you gotta go, you gotta go. I have to pee. "186 messages a minute. Wow. I have a Windows 95 ringtone for those of you who are wondering. By the way, hi, people know the door is unlocked now, so this is Paul, by the way. Everybody, have you met Paul? Well, I'll see you all later. I'm gonna go back to looking for a space. You want to do east side and I do west side? Yeah, you have a Bafang. Alright, so we're gonna go to around the 2nd, 3rd Street on the west side area and go from there. That was so cool that somebody was riding their bike, doing delivery, that has an e-bike, that actually watches my stuff and was listening to it in the same area that I'm looking. That's cool. Scary, but cool. More cool in this case because the person wasn't a creep. He seemed like a really cool guy. Okay, now we're going to go over to third. Let's go over to the west side. Here is less of that jerky shit where it's like, where it stops, the streets stop being numbered and start being named. It's just first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, etc. So on and so forth. Slow down in case somebody's in front of the car. Is the light is green. You're about to walk into the street. Restaurant space for lease, Meridian Leasing. You said the word restaurant, which means you're not likely to rent to me. Those are some very, very, very fake eyelashes right there. Wow. I've never understood the appeal of like having 8-inch eyelashes. Ladder Company 3. One-way street, Yukon. Damn, the fire truck is fucking big on the road. So where that Santander is over there, that used to be a restaurant called Cosi. It wasn't amazing, but they had a really good pesto sandwich. They have really good pesto sauce in general. And I'm never gonna forget this date that I had there. So right there where that Santander is, that fucking bank, there used to be a nice little restaurant called Cosi. And I remember making a date to go out with this one woman, and I'm late by about a half hour, because this was back in early 2012 when I was like finishing up putting together this current store that I have now, and I was putting an effort to put the store together. We just carried a bunch of ingredients. Not ingredients, what the fuck's wrong? Materials, not ingredients. You can tell I'm probably getting hungry. over to the store. We carted them over because the person who was supposed to show up with a car didn't. And I was low on money, so I wasn't about to like rent a U-Haul or van to get this shit since we were already late in getting it. So we carry it over, we carry it into the store. I have all this like construction shit all over my shirt. I show up to the date. I'm like a little sweaty because I was rushing there. I have all this construction crap in my shirt, and she has this big smile on her face. And I said, "I'm sorry, I'm late." You know, I had like this, that, the other to do. I explained what was going on, and she's still smiling, really happy. And I go, "What is? Like, you're not mad?" Because I think it wasn't 15 minutes. I think it was actually closer to 30 minutes late. And my phone had died, so I couldn't even text her to tell her I was on my way or anything like that. And she goes, "You are in your early 20s. You're putting together your own business for yourself. You're building a store for yourself and employees. You're trying to do something good. And you took the time out of your day to come see me." And then she gives me a big hug and a kiss. And I thought, holy crap, you must not be from New York. And she says, "Nope, I'm not from New York." I said, "Well, that explains it. Because if you were, I would have showed up and you would have went." She actually wound up being not exactly a better way. But it was a nice moment. It was a nice like 20 minutes at least. It was all downhill from there. But fun experience. So what I'm looking to do over here is go around the 73rd Street area and look at it from the west side. I can't tell if this is two-way or one-way because this is turning into this and the light is so bright you can't see. What is it? Holy crap, I can't see shit. Alright. Yeah, this is one way. I just pulled the I pulled the Grubhub delivery driver move just there. Shame. 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 I accept my shame. I'll accept my shame. Should we visit the Apple Store before going to the Lower East Side? Maybe before going to the West Side? Let's do it. Shoegasm. Sure, what's this over here? Store for lease. For rent. Call Mr. Ray. What the hell? I deserve some shame for that. Okay, so what do we have here? This is 71 8th Avenue. 71. Yeah, 71 8th Avenue. Let's just go here. 212 Harrison Abramowitz. Let's take down the number of Mr. Abramowitz. 3722. Newmark Knight Frank space, comma, Mr. Ray, comma, 917-582-0315. No clue on size, comma, ask before bothering. Let's actually see if that space across the street from the Apple Store is still available. That car goes vroom vroom. And the people in the car that goes vroom vroom have gray hair. Like, that's not a pattern. Listen to that midlife crisis mobile. My car makes a lot of noise when I'm going 8 miles an hour. That's how you know that I definitely don't have erectile dysfunction. I'm faster than that fucking thing. Ow. Speaking of erectile dysfunction, that's what I get for talking smack about the erectile dysfunction. What do we have over here, folks? This is where I wanted to get my permit. Let's prioritize searching over here. It may become obvious why I want to do that in a minute. I'm not sure if you can see this because of fisheye cam. Prime retail space available, contact exclusive broker. See that across the street there? You know why I really want that space? Because you know it's right over here? Oh man. You know it's right over here. Right over there. That's right, folks. This would be something to rent. If everybody watching gave me 30 cents every day, I could afford that place. This is what I was trying to get the permit for. I'll show you once the light turns. It's gonna take a... It looks like people are walking even though the light hasn't turned yet. So let me just be a New Yorker and follow them. And right across the street over here. So see this? That is an Apple Store. So what I was thinking of doing is right over there, right down there is where that retail restaurant is available. To do it, says David Croft. So one of the things I was thinking of doing, here's the thing, I couldn't get a permit. I actually didn't know, I forgot there was a fucking park here. Yeah, because the last time I did that idea of walking into the Apple Store in order to get solicit business, that was like 10 years ago. I forgot, there's a park here. This is a public park. This is a public park. Oh. I could set up right here. Because the thing is, I think you need a permit for a street fair. I think you need a permit for a street film if you're doing it inside of the Apple Store. I mean, if you're doing it on the sidewalk. But this is not a sidewalk. I used to do repairs in the park. Why can't I do that now? Chambut gave it $2. Dorian gave a pound. 6 days of 30 cents. Julian Coleman gave $1.30. Thank you. Thank you, Anu Jesus. Do it. This would be so cool. So one of the ideas I was talking about, for those of you who missed it, was one of the things I wanted to do. I wanted to have somebody stand by the Apple Store with a sign. I was going to get one of the booth babes, or brand ambassadors, I suppose, as they're called nowadays, to stand there and say, we want a second opinion, come over here. I think it would be cool to record it and live stream it like I am now and sit right there and just do it, says Charlie. Yeah, I think it would be... You guys are egging me on to do something that's going to get me arrested. But one of the things I thought would be cool is if we sit here and while we're, give people second opinion. So, hey, they said it would be, $900. Oh, look, it's a backlight fuse. Hey, they said it would be $2,000. Oh, look, your TriStar is bad or whatever, I'm just, they don't say $2,000 for phones anyway. But some of the companies they refer out for data recovery do. So it would be interesting to be able to set up right here. And I didn't notice there was a park. So we could actually put shit over here already. And that would be, oh, that would be so cool. That would be so cool. Let's go take it. So anyway, yeah, before I check out the east side, and before I check out the west side and lower, there's a store right across the street from the Apple store. Well, let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Oh, 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 oh. That looks like it's actually affordable. Oh, I'm done, I'm taking it. Gimme. Whoa, whoa, ho, ho, ho. Oh, that's it, we gotta check this shit out. My God, we could have a fucking person stand right in front of the Apple store all day with an arrow. Do it. Yes. Yes. No, I shouldn't. It's not financially, but it's not financially responsible. But who cares? But it's not financially responsible. But fuck Apple. But it's not financially responsible. But fuck Apple. Let's take a look at what we got over here. Fuck doing a street fair when I could rent the space right across from them. Oh my God, it's in the school. Alright, let's see what we got here. So, down there you can't see it because of fisheye cam shit. You know, I don't even know if having an action cam is going to be the best for these types of streams in the future. It would be really nice if I had the camera that let me look into it over there, but I can't. I mean, like a zoom lens. So that's the Apple store across the street over there. That's the place that was $47,000. And this, oh, this looks like I can actually, this looks doable. This is not, this is doable. Yeah, let's get the lights on. See if I can get some lights in there. Let's get the light shining in there. Stay, bike. Okay, light. This is the size that I'm looking for. This is right across the street from the Apple store. Like, the Apple store is right there. And this is right here. And the Apple store is right there. And this is right here. I'm happy. Definitely taking down this space. This is actually getting put on the top of the list. This is being put at the top of the list. Because think about it, we could do that meme every fucking day. Because they said you could advertise outside of your own business. They said that, you know, I would not need a permit to do this in front of my own store. So I could do this. I could do that stream that I talked about, like the right by the Apple store one. I could do that stream every fucking day from now until the rest of eternity. Okay, let's do it. Definitely taking this one down. Across street from 9th Avenue Apple Store, comma, RKF, period. Take down the number, 212-599-3700. 212-599-3700. Yeah, we'd have one full-time person that just stands out there with a sign all day. By 30s. Oh my God. Just do it if you're feeling like it, of course. Eric is sending me a message. Stream cut why it didn't work out with that girl. People and I want to know. It didn't work out with that woman because she was more interested in somebody who was more boring. So most of the things I enjoyed talking about, she said were boring, like if I was reading a book or, you know, was curious about history or something that was going on at the time or economics. Anything in the news was boring to her. So she wound up going back to a dude that she was with prior, and that person was actually wound up hitting her. It was kind of sad, but anyway, that's a sad story that doesn't belong on camera. But Erica said that they want to, people were curious about that. Anyway, let's go back to this. Forget that, that's old news. Renting store in front of Apple Store. Here's my 1 month contribution, just do it. Wow, there's too many for me to read. Go for it. Can I call and stream at the same time? We're gonna find out. Let's see if this works. Can I make a phone call while doing a YouTube stream? Let's see if this shuts it off. So if it shuts off, you'll know why.
Pero bien, ahora hay otro, tengo otra persona que
Encima venía como